welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing something very exciting. This is the third time I'm doing this video, which is kind of crazy, but today I am doing the K-pop album tag, and this is for 2020, so I will have all of the questions that I'm using in the description below. This is also a collab. I'm so excited. This is my very first collab, so I'm really excited about this. So this is a collab with kyeomshine. Please go check them out. I will have their channel and video linked in my description. We are both 17 collectors, and I recently found their channel and I became obsessed, and then we've been talking a lot, and like I think we're friends now, so it's really exciting to have another 17 collector to like bond with over them. So yes, so I am gonna go through all of the questions and share my thoughts and things like that. I do want to disclaim that if your faves are not in this video, it doesn't mean I hate them. Maybe I don't even know them. These are just my personal favorites. This isn't meant to offend anyone. I also want to say that anything regarding title track specifically is going to be left out because I'm making a separate video of my top 20 title tracks from the year. So if that's what you're here to see, this is like totally the wrong video. I'm going to be making one. It's not going to be like a sit down like this, obviously. It's just going to be like a screen video of all my favorite title tracks, so be on the lookout for that. After this video, I think I have just a couple more end of the year videos, so check the description because I always keep what I'm about to post down there. So if you're interested and want to know, go take a look. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the K-pop album tag of 2020. Okay, so if you see me looking to the side, it's because I have my list and all of my albums over here, so sorry if that's distracting. And I also tried to leave some space for things that I don't have so I can still show you. Question number 1 is favorite album of 2020. So this is an easy one for me. This has been my favorite album ever since it came out. Like nothing this year has topped this. This album came out in February. It actually came out on Valentine's Day, and that is All About Love by Monsta X. This album, okay, it's not because it's all in English. Let me say that. That is not the reason. This album is just banger after banger after banger. Like, You Can't Hold My Heart, I sobbed when I first heard this song. Like, I don't know why. It was Valentine's Day. I might have been single. I don't know. I was just not feeling good, I guess, or something. I really don't know. But when this album dropped, it just like hit me, and I was like, wow. Like, oh my god, they did that. So my favorite track was definitely You Can't Hold My Heart. I still listen to that like to this day, like on repeat. I love it so much. Beside You featuring Pitbull, like I would never ever guess Monsta X would collab with Pitbull, but it was like the best collab this year. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole album. Like, what are some other songs? Now I'm totally blanking, even though this is like my go-to album. Happy Without Me, that song, like, oof. Middle of the Night, I really like that one too. I think I relate to them a lot, is maybe why I like it so much, but they're all just really good. Like, there's no skips on this album whatsoever, except Who Do You Love, like the remix version. That's kind of weird. I don't listen to that one, but I think Who Do You Love, which was one of the title tracks, was also really good. I didn't really understand the French Montana collab. Like, I don't know why he was in this song. His verses don't really make much sense to really add to it, but you know, whatever. So yes, my favorite album of 2020 overall, hands down, All About Love by Monsta X. Nothing has topped it this year. There have been some great releases, but for me personally, nothing has topped that. Alright, the second one is favorite photobook concept, and this one is a newer one. This I had to go with Eyes Wide Open. This is the retro version. So I really like this version, this packaging, this concept. We have Miss Mina in here, but to me this reminded me of Signal, and I really am like, for some reason, such a sucker for like the uniform schoolgirl, schoolboy concepts. So this one reminding me of Signal era, like I loved that, and then just the whole schoolgirl, but also everyone just looked really really good. Like, hello? Like, no one looked bad in these outfits. No one had a bad look. Everyone like actually slayed it. I think Momo was one of the best looks in this concept. And Sana was really cute. Oh my god, Sana, this whole era honestly like wrecked me so hard. And then my biases, oh my god. Jihyo's red hair went with this whole era so well. And then we have Miss Mina. I have her poster hanging up in my room. And it's from this concept. So gorgeous. I'm so sorry. I just have to brag about them. Dahyun's I think is so her, but so not at the same time. It's kind of like, I don't know. I just really like it. It's a happy medium. Chaeyoung. Oh my god. Her in this little vest and matching pants. I really... I really enjoyed it. And then where's Chewy? Hello. She also looks really stunning. Her hair is kind of reddish too, and it goes really well with this whole concept. So yeah, I definitely had to pick this one. These cards are so cute. The whole thing is adorable. So this was definitely my favorite ever, like this year. I think they really slayed it. I think it's really cute, really my aesthetic. So yeah. All right, favorite album packaging. This one I kind of had to think about a lot of things in terms of packaging. To me doesn't just mean how it looks, it means like what it comes with and that kind of thing. So I have one that I decided as the winner, but then I also chose two that I thought were really close seconds because of all the factors. So the one that I chose as number one is Everglow's Reminiscence. Now, I love this color combination, and this whole era was like amazing, so of course I had to choose it. Let me take out all these things that are falling out of here. Here is the actual album. It's purple, and it has gold detailing, and it all says Reminiscence around it. It's really pretty, and then on the front cover, you have this holographic photo, which I thought was so cool. Having like an interactive album that way, I think looks so cool. And the spine, the edges of the pages are all gold when it's all closed up like this. And then I really like the full body pictures in this that spread across the two pages. Sometimes when they do this, it kind of makes them look a little weird. Their proportions are off and such, but I think this looked really, really good. And like I said, this whole era was amazing. This concept, this darker bad bitch vibes, I really loved it. And I loved this album too, but the packaging just made it so iconic. And I have two honorable mentions for this one. The first one is this album. I no longer have it actually, but I did have it at one point. I've since sold it, but it is GFRIEND's Song of the Sirens albums. I loved those. The concepts were so gorgeous. My favorite version was the Apple version, and for that I pulled Shinbi, which her red hair in that red sparkly dress left me speechless. Oh my god. But I really liked, first of all, how the album was. I really like thicker albums. I don't honestly like really thin ones, like magazine type albums. I like thicker boxes. And the fact that it like popped up and there was a member like right there, so you could open the album and display it like that in your room, I thought that was really cute. And just the way that it was like a box, it just like fit perfectly like anywhere. For a while I actually had it propped up here. So I really liked that. But then it also came with 2 photo cards and a lenticular, and then I think it also came with something else. I forget, but I think the inclusions were really fun. The lenticulars, I just love lenticulars in general. But then the quality of everything, and like it came with like a little storybook, and it came with like the CD case was really pretty. I just think everything about the packaging was really, really pretty and aesthetically pleasing. And like I said, I had it displayed in my room for so long. Like that's how much I loved it. My other honorable mention is 17's Semicolon. Like I said, I do like more boxy packaging. The only thing that didn't put this at number 1 was because of the sleeve. It doesn't really stay on very tightly. And in packaging, a lot of them got bent, or they'd be like this, like flattened a little bit. So that was kind of flimsy. But the reason I chose this was because we finally got member versions, I guess. They weren't really versions because they were random. There was technically one version, and then you could get a random cover. But I think that was really fun to be getting all the members of 17 on their own album. I have wished for that for so long, and then it finally happened. It wasn't executed how I wanted it to be, but I really enjoyed it. See, like, I have to hold it sideways because otherwise everything just falls out. But I really enjoyed that, and I only have 6 albums. Oops. I'm really trying to get all 13. It's just not a huge priority, but I think as a collector, as an OT13 collector at that was like something I really wanted, and I actually got it, which was really cool, but it just wasn't executed the best. Okay, next we have least favorite album packaging, and this one is so easy. Although I do kind of like this packaging, it's just kind of like, why? We have 17's Hangare. So the bags are cute. It's just not the most aesthetically pleasing, and it kind of just takes away from the actual cover to have it in a bag. And then the sticker situation, I know, pissed a lot of people off. Like, I don't know. I feel like it just didn't need to happen this way. But I did really think the screws were kind of cute. I like the idea of a DIY album, just maybe the screws weren't the best thing. Like, maybe they could have included ribbon or something else. Like, even just like a plastic something that we could like make a spiral spine or something. But I did like the fact of having a DIY album where you could put in whatever photo books you wanted. In OT13 Ho, I just have all of the different units and then set the big 17 one in the back. But I thought this was a really cute idea. I just honestly, it's just kind of ugly. The bag just doesn't make sense. Like, when it's just sitting on the shelf, it just looks like a bag, like a plastic bag just sitting there, as opposed to a pretty spine that I can show off like this. Like, this is gorgeous to see. Like, it looks like a medieval book or something. So, I don't know. I did say that I liked this packaging, but if I had to choose my least favorite from the year, it would have to be this one, just because I don't get it. And also, when they're like, if you have it outside of the bag, the spine just looks like a bunch of different pages put together. The idea was there. She was there. She just didn't come together. Next, we have favorite rookie girl group album. And this one, I don't know if I can technically choose this, but honestly, there weren't many rookie girl groups that I paid attention to this year, just because all my faves were going crazy this year. So I would have to say that it is Secret Number's Who Dis single, which only has 2 songs, Who Dis and Holiday, but I have an immense love for them now, so I had to choose that one. Holiday is probably one of my favorite songs, B-sides from the year. Who Dis was also just really like fun and spunky and like totally my vibe, so I really liked that. Like I said, I didn't pay attention to a lot of girl groups this year. I don't really go out of my way, rookie girl groups. I don't really go out of my way to check out rookies. I kind of just try to find them as they grow. I don't try to stan them before they debut or anything like that, but Secret Number, as soon as I heard them, I was like totally in love. So I did go out of my way for them, but they were just that special case, and I love them a lot, and I'm really excited to see what they do in the future. They're definitely going to be a girl group that I follow. Okay, next would be the boy group Rookies, and of course I'm going to go with my boys. This is the 2 boys from my teen who are on Produce X 101. Yubin and Gukon, they formed a group called Be of You, and they came out with 2 albums this year actually, but their first one was definitely my favorite. I loved every single song. Light was my favorite. Oh my god, I just love this album so much. I really liked their first little series. They had Phase 1 You, and then they just came out with Phase 2, so I really encourage you to check them out because I love them. I will die for them. You guys might not know, maybe you do, but my teen was my second alt boy group before they disbanded, so when these 2 boys came out with their subunit, I was like, oh my god, I have to support, and I have loved everything they've done this year. They are amazing, so totally check them out. Next, we have Album That Surprised Me, and this is an easy one for me. I recently talked about it actually. so maybe you already know. But for me, that is going to be IZ*ONE's One Reeler album. So in my unboxing, I talked about this a little bit, but this album just totally surprised me. In my opinion, it was so IZ*ONE, but at the same time, it was so different. So I just was really shocked. I love this title track. To me, it's different than something they've done in the past with their title tracks. So I really enjoyed it. I think the whole album, like IZ*ONE's albums previously, they've all been good, but there's always been a couple songs that I just like don't vibe with. But every single song on this album I am in love with. Like there's not a single one that I dislike in the slightest. So this album just really took me by surprise because of how much I loved it. So yeah, we have Miss Minju in here, but I really loved this album. I talk about it more in my unboxing if you want to know all about that, but basically I just was not expecting them to slay this hard. Next, we have favorite non-Korean album by a Korean/K-pop group. And I am obviously going to go with 17. They came out with 2 Japanese albums this year. And honestly, I can't really decide between the 2 title tracks which one is my favorite. So we have Fallen Flower and 24 Hour. Honestly, I don't really know. I think so. Fallen Flower has 3 songs on it. It has Fallen Flower, Good to Me, and Smile Flower Japanese versions. And then 24 Hour has 5 songs. They have 24 Hour and then 4 Japanese versions of songs. So they have Pinwheel, 24/7, Chilly, and Together. I think, let's see. I think I would probably go with Pinwheel with 24 Hour, because 24 Hour and Pinwheel are both songs that I really like. Whereas on Fallen Flower, I'd probably only listen to Fallen Flower, like Japanese version of Good to Me and Smile Flower. Like I just have known those songs too long to be listening to the Japanese versions. But Pinwheel was a song that I didn't really listen to until I heard it on this album, and I started listening to it a lot. And even though Pinwheel Korean version is the original, I've listened to Pinwheel Japanese version more, so I like it more. So I guess technically I like more songs on this one, but both were really pretty. Both had really amazing eras. So they are definitely like probably tied, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably pick 24 Hour. Next one is favorite subunit song from the year. And this one, I don't really know how I'm supposed to do this because there have been a lot of subunit comebacks, like official subunits. But then there's also like groups with subunits in them, like BTS has like their rap line and vocal line songs. But then you also have like Red Velvet's Irene and Sugi, who had like an actual subunit comeback. Whereas, you know, BTS, they just have songs on their group albums. So I was really confused. And honestly, I don't really listen to many soloists or subunits like that. So I just went with a subunit song that's on a full group album, which was 17's Hey Buddy from Hangare. That is the 97 line song. I think that was my favorite song from 17 this year, honestly, aside from their Japanese title tracks, because I just really love that. It's like a really feel-good song in my opinion. It's like a happy comfort song, so I would definitely go with that one for favorite subunit if that can count. Otherwise, like I don't know what else I would say, so I'm gonna go with Hey Buddy by 97 line. Lastly, we have favorite album recommendations. So obviously every album mentioned is my favorite album from the year in some way, so I definitely recommend all of them. So that is it. That is all of the albums that I have to share with you guys. Those are all of my favorites from the year. I really want to know what your guys' favorites are, so definitely let me know in the comments, or we can talk about it on Instagram, on Twitter. Everything will be linked below. And definitely don't forget to check out kyeomshine's video. I'm really excited to see all of their favorites and stuff, because even though we have 17 in common, there are some groups that we don't have in common, and I think that's my favorite part of these videos, is seeing everyone's favorites, and then I discover new things and new groups and new songs, and it's really fun. So let's have a discussion about it. Go check out their video. Yeah, so that is the end of this video. Like I said, I have some more end of the year videos. They're all going to be in the description if you're interested. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm tired of talking so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.